me have you.
The leg pain is getting worse and worse. I'm on day 2 of DOMS and I'm about to go and try and walk downstairs. We'll see how that goes. I'm definitely going to be holding onto the handrail. For those that don't know, DOMS stands for Delayed Onset Muscle Soreness. It's perfectly normal to, well, I say it's perfectly normal. It's normal to feel sore after a workout. It might not be so normal to feel crippled after a workout like I do right now, but that doesn't mean it's a bad thing. Feeling like I'm feeling right now, for me, is a good thing. I've been training for 10 years, and to actually be able to get that feeling of, my God, I can't walk, like I did the first ever time I trained legs, love it. Can you hear my dog barking? This dog, seriously. Frankie? Frankie? Yes. Good morning. He's just barking at nothing, as usual. Right, so today is another... You don't start again. Stop it. Today's another rest day. I've done my 2 sessions in a row, so it's day off today. And I'm gonna go and meet Rob, who you saw in the other video where we trained legs.
Forgot my wallet.
We're gonna go for some coffee. I am gonna try to do that Christmas shopping that I've been talking about for the last 2 days. And I'm gonna sit down and talk about goal setting today. I've had... Really? Frankie, come on, man. He just wants to be in the vlog. Anyway, so we're gonna sit down and talk about goal setting. I've had a couple of other questions about protein as well. I'll see if I can get to those. But for now, I'm gonna have some breakfast. I'm gonna have my coffee. I'm gonna have a shave, actually. Then I'm gonna go into the city, meet Rob.
Forgot my wallet.
For some coffee, hang out. Let's do it. Goal setting. So somebody asked how long they should expect to take to achieve a result. As with most questions regarding fitness, health, body composition, the answer tends to be, it depends. The reason it depends is it depends on what your goal is. So let's say, for example, if someone was trying to lose fat, I would expect them to see results a lot quicker than someone that was trying to build muscle. Reason being, it's excess body fat, you're in a calorie surplus, you reduce those calories, your body fat is going to begin to reduce. Muscle, however, takes a lot longer to build. Macros is short for macronutrients, and essentially it is your protein, your carbohydrates, and your fats. It's not necessary to understand right away exactly how much protein, carbohydrates, and fat you should be consuming. But if you've got an idea, ballpark figure, from there you can then track every single day what's going in and what's going out. There's tons of great apps out there now where you can now track your calorie intake. You can type in Tesco's chicken breasts and it will tell you what the calories are, it'll tell you how much protein is in it, it'll tell you how much fat is in it, and it will input it into your daily calculator. So there really is no excuse to not be tracking what you're eating and knowing what's going in here. Going back to what we were talking about before in terms of how long it will take you to achieve a particular result, let's start with fat loss. You need to be burning more calories than you're eating. What you want to do is to reduce your calorie intake moderately and consistently. So don't try, if you're consuming 3,000 calories a day and not losing weight, don't just take out 1,000 calories from that and start trying to go to the gym every single day. The only diet that works is the one that you can stick to for a long period of time. Start by just tracking where those 3,000 calories are coming from. Just track it, write it down, because that immediately makes you aware of what you're eating, what you could modify in order to just reduce that a little bit. Let's start by reducing it just a small amount. Pick one thing per day that you're going to reduce or you're going to remove from the diet. Start increasing your output. So if you don't like gyms, then let's start going for a walk. 30 minutes a day. There is no one that does not have 30 minutes in their day to go for a walk. So immediately what you're doing is you're increasing your energy output and you're reducing your energy input. Track that consistently for a couple of weeks to see how your body starts to change, if at all. I'm not a big advocate of weighing yourself. I don't feel that it's a great habit to get into. I personally would rather do girth measurements, get a tape measure, take a measurement around the line of the belly button, maybe a measurement around the bum and the hips. If there's other hot spots that you want to specifically reduce, if you're holding some extra fat in your arms or somewhere that you feel this is where I really want to lose fat, then measure those areas as well. Don't do it every day, don't even do it every week. I would say once a month, track those measurements. If you can consistently make a change for a whole month, reducing that calorie intake, increasing that output consistently every single day for 1 month, your body has to respond to that. It has to. Unless you're removing something so insignificant that it really makes no odds, or you're removing one thing and putting something else in. But if you're trying to build muscle, that's going to take a lot longer than losing body fat. It's still quite a simple approach. We're just going to kind of do the opposite. If you're at a point where your weight has been stable for a long time and is not moving at all, we need to increase your calories. So if you're going to the gym, you're lifting weights and nothing is happening, your weight just stays consistently the same, it means that you're under eating. Potentially you're not training hard enough as well, but we'll get to that on another day. Today, let's talk about diet specifically. Again, get yourself onto one of these calorie trackers, the macro trackers. Work out roughly how many calories currently you're eating and what they're made up of. Protein intake is very important for building muscle. Personally, I advise about 1.5 grams of protein per kilo of body weight. That's a good ballpark figure to start with. Once you've worked out your macros, we need to start eating more. Throw in one more meal a day and keep it consistent every single day. The only way you're going to be able to track any sort of progress is if you know 100% that you're doing the same thing every day. So going back to how long should it take to achieve either of these results, it really depends on how consistent you can be with your eating and your training and your resting as well. If you get all of these things lined up and in place, then you can expect to see quick results. For weight loss, I would expect to see results within just a few short weeks of consistently reducing calorie intake and increasing calorie output. For building muscle, be patient. If you get everything right, you should expect to see some sort of results within that kind of 12-week period, but don't expect miracles. You're not going to be walking on stage competing in a bodybuilding competition after 12 weeks of training. As I said before, I've been training for 10 years. I've made some great progress over that 10 years, but it's been a lot of trial and error, and I've still got a ways to go. But in short, the only way that you're going to achieve results is by being consistent and some patience as well. So that was a really brief summary of how long it should take to achieve weight loss, muscle gain, etc., etc. There is, of course, more to it a lot of the time, but that is it in its basicness, you know. It is a case of, for fat loss, it is calories out versus calories in. For muscle building, it's the same thing. It's increasing those calories, but also making sure that you're training correctly as well. There he is. What's going on?
All right.
Do you remember your wallet today?
Yeah.
Welcome to Norwich. All right, all finished up in the city. Once again, I still didn't manage to get any Christmas presents. Met with Rob, had some food and some coffee and just generally chatted. And I'm now gonna head home. Got a little bit more work to do today, not too much. I met Rob a bit later than we'd originally agreed, so it meant I managed to get a fair bit done today before I met him, which meant that I could be a little bit more relaxed. I hope everything I said earlier about goal setting and how long things take to achieve, whether it be building muscle, losing weight, I hope that made sense. And I'm more than happy to go into it in more detail. Equally, if you'd like to just drop me an email to ask me something in further detail without leaving a comment down below, please do. So other than boring stuff that I'm sure you're not interested in knowing about, that's everything from me today. Remember, if you like the videos, please give it a thumbs up. If you like the channel, subscribe away. And if you've got any questions at all that you want answered in one of my vlogs, leave a comment down below or drop me an email as well. Sorry about this red light. This is brake lights, by the way. So yeah, guys, for now, that is everything from me. I will see you tomorrow.